Have you ever been trying to write a character, but the ideas that you come up with for them don't seem cool or creative enough? One Piece has always been my number one series. Eiichiro Oda's mind seems like an endless source of the best ideas we all wish we thought of first. It may make some of us ask ourselves why we didn't think of it first, but chances are you did. You just thought it wasn't creative enough. Let's take a look at Sanji and Zoro, my two favorite characters in that show. Sanji only kicks when he fights. He refuses to use his hands so to not damage them for his cooking, which he deems more important than combat, which is good. Oda acknowledged that it might not be the best idea, so he tried to set him up immediately with a little bit of like, well, why? But still, regardless of how you look at this, it's a little silly. If I had never seen One Piece and I had come up with that idea, I probably would have either dropped it because it seemed uncreative and kind of dumb, or I would try to alter it in a way that was a little cooler. Like, I don't know, he has a gun in his foot. Now, Oda did do that second step to Sanji later on with another relatively simple idea. He just lit the damn thing on fire and called it a day. Now let's look at Zoro. He holds a katana in his mouth with his teeth, his human teeth, and he fights people who are holding their swords in their hands. We all know that's unrealistic and would be difficult to implement in real fights without making it seem too goofy to take serious. If I had this idea without knowing One Piece, I would have scrapped it because it would be too dumb. No one's gonna find that cool. But when Oda had these ideas, there seemingly, from a non-research perspective, was no doubt in those ideas. Because in the end, they were put on paper, just as is. It's what made it work, from my understanding, is Oda's self-belief that he could make it work with his writing and artistic skills. So, next time you have an idea for a character or story that you think isn't creative or good enough, just run with it. Take that idea and make it a reality. Nothing's permanent in story making. The worst case scenario, you make a cool one-off story you can add to your portfolio. Best case scenario, you make major characters for one of the top selling manga in the world.